Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how to draw a Lewis structure. Okay, a Lewis structure is a drawing of or a diagram of a molecule, and it shows you how the atoms, it shows you all the covalent bonds in a molecule, and also shows you how the valence electrons are arranged around a molecule. Okay, so our first example here is ammonium. Okay, so what you want to do first is total up your valence electrons for the whole molecule. So here you have nitrogen and hydrogen. Those are the two elements in ammonium. Okay, nitrogen, you have one nitrogen, and each nitrogen has 5 valence electrons. Okay, so for a total of 5 valence electrons. Hydrogen has 1 valence electron. There are 4 hydrogens. 4 hydrogens times 1 valence electron each gives you 4 valence electrons. Okay, and in this example, since you have ammonium, and that's an ion, has a charge of +1 or 1+. Okay, that means that because you have a positive charge, and it's charge of 1, you've lost one of those electrons. Okay, remember, you have a positive charge, you lose electrons. You have a negative charge, you gain electrons. So in this case, you're going to add the 5 and the 4 valence electrons, and then you're going to subtract 1 valence electron. And that'll give you a total of 8 valence electrons. Okay, so you have 8 valence electrons to work with. Okay, next you have to figure out what your central atom is going to be. Okay, for all these examples, they're all binary, so they just have 2 different elements. So it's usually going to be the element on the left, the first element that you see. Otherwise, it'll be the least electronegative element that'll be your central atom, but it'll never be hydrogen. Don't ever make your central atom hydrogen. All right, so we'll put nitrogen in the middle, and then we'll covalently bond the 4 hydrogens to it. So H, and H. Okay, so remember, there's 2 rules you have to meet. This is just a simple Lewis structure that I'm showing you. You just have to make sure that you meet the octet rule, which means there has to be 8 electrons around each atom, except for hydrogen, because hydrogen follows the duet rule. Okay, so for nitrogen, is there 8 electrons around nitrogen? Yes. Okay, remember, each line represents 1 pair of shared electrons. So there's, or 1 covalent bond. So you have 4 covalent bonds. Each bond is 1 pair of electrons. So there are 2, 4, 6, 8 electrons around the nitrogen. So that has an octet. So that's good. And for the hydrogen, hydrogen follows the duet rule. So there's 1 pair of shared electrons around each hydrogen. Okay, remember, hydrogen will never have, hydrogen you'll never see with lone pairs. Okay, never. You'll never see hydrogen with a double or a triple bond. Okay, hydrogen will always just be covalently bonded to something else. And that's it, because it follows the duet rule. All right, so that means this Lewis structure is pretty much done. Last thing though, because you have an ion, you have to show that your Lewis structure is an ion. So you do that by putting it in brackets and then putting the charge in the upper right hand corner. Okay, so this is ammonium, and that's a Lewis structure, and we're done. Okay, we'll try the other 2 Lewis structures in just a minute. Okay, we're going to make this in 3 separate mini videos. It's just easier to view that way. So I'll see you in just a minute.